when you're dealing with something as complex as building a rocket or as building a launch pad, being extremely mindful of the critical path is important. And what the critical path is the...
Attention all operators on LVN0, we're getting ready for a pre-op brief for Flight 12 here. We're going to start off with some comm protocol. T-minus 1 minute.
When we see an unexpected response, how confident are we?
On LVN0, ship QDZ actuator blowing outside QD vent pressure range.
On anomaly 0, tower curry, I think I'm going to recommend actually stand by. It's drifting back into range. Tower Steyr, are you on anomaly 0?
Yes, sir, got you.
I don't have an explanation for why it did not unpin the second time.
I personally have never felt
When we're only a week out from flight, my main focus is getting into flight.
Our main objective today is a 10-engine static fire.
There was a pad side abort called.
These things we're holding.
We kicked out early. All teams triage alerts, prepare for offload.
We actually had another pad abort on the diverter.
Basically, right during engine firing. We went back, obviously, afterwards and looked at all the data.
we have all of, and the thing we give it is water. The amount of energy that water can absorb is like miraculous. And so if you can get high enough pressure water in the right places, because the water absorbs all that energy, turns to steam, and everything's okay.
So for this flame deflector on pad 2 per minute, that's approximately in the range of about like one entire Olympic swimming.
We build those things.
Putting the rocket into human terms is something really tough. Just zipping out of the bottom of the rocket. It's like, imagine if you had the world's biggest machine gun, except for instead of shooting bullets, it was shooting pickup trucks, and it's just firing.
For the last, particularly high.
We designed this pad to... The thing about pad 1 is it was designed to be very quick to build, it was designed to be very cheap, and it was designed to give good access to the aft end of the booster. The reason all of those things were a design goal, the brief on that one was, hey, get something up very quick and very scrappy and very inexpensively, and then if we can learn from it, we'll go build the actual good thing. I mean, the integration mechanism is the pad. Post-static fire.
It's vibrating the entire tower. Something got jammed up in the...
Temp support it with cranes, get in there and boogie is like, that's like just classic SpaceX nonsense.
Tower Courier, you go?
We're still go for tomorrow, but it's like a very, very tight schedule. We're basically in a race with the ship right now.
Switching in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
When you get off.
All right, chopsticks are moving.
Come on, baby.
That's crazy. What a day.
The purpose of this mission is to collect some really high-profile imagery of the Starship, specifically its heat shield, after re-entry. Buoys with the most equipment and way more drones than we have ever had to have offshore. It was almost miraculous, even in the middle of the night, to see all of these buoys pointed directly at Starship as it was landing. And gradually, from flight 5, 6, 7, and onwards, these have always been deployed. While it does get punctured,
We just departed the port here at Exmouth. Up to a 21-day voyage out to the Indian Ocean.
we will be getting a full, almost 3D model of the vehicle at different points of re-entry and landing that will allow us to not only assess the performance of the vehicle for Flight 12, but build a new and better Starship.
It's weird the things you find yourself getting good at in your quests to go to Mars or the moon or fly a bunch of satellites. And something we are really good at as a company is just moving big things.
There you go, looking good just like that. Yeah, you hug this left side, you'll be good on your right side off of the building.
So we have a whole team of people, the CLT, the critical lift team.
Good to roll forward.
And their job is just to move, to maintain, to operate equipment and infrastructure to move heavy things all around.
B-19 is now entering Highway 4. All of the great people of Starbase watching B-19 roll out to the pad.
We wanted to make sure we made it down here for the first version 3.
I was here for Flight 9 and 11. I got to see the catch. You don't get to say that every day.
Honestly, just seeing V3 take flight, it's been a long wait, and also the flame trench is going to look pretty awesome.
Looking good on your left side. Keep on rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Just out here to watch the B-19 roll out with my family, visiting Starbase. It's just cool to see everyone working at SpaceX together to push forward humanity's future.
Got a beautiful line like that. We'll keep walking in just like that for a little bit. All clear to front.
And so they move our rockets. They are like, I mean, absolute pros at just give them a random, ginormous shape and say, this needs to get from here to there, and they'll go do it.
You're gonna keep it nice and slow. So right now we're in Star Factory and we're doing the final preparations to load the imaging satellites into our satellite speed loader. This is the last step that's going to happen before we send the satellites over to Mega Bay 2, where they're going to be loaded into ship and prepared for flight. So these 2 satellites will be just 2 of 22 total deployed objects. The other 20 are what we call satellite simulators. They don't have computers on board or anything like that. They're really just hunks of steel that mimic the shape and weight of satellites approximately. It helps us test the PES deploy system. We're also going to be inspecting the more sensitive components of the satellite, the laser optics that send data to other satellites, the thruster on board for on-orbit maneuvering. All of those systems are more sensitive to things like FOD or dust, so we want to give them one last inspection before they go in to make sure they're ready to go to space. Okay, Bennett, just confirm for us that you are ready for us to lift the next satellite.
We've finished the profile, everything looks good. I'm going to disable now, so they'll be good to remove rigging.
Copy, standing by. All 22 of those objects are going to mass up to about 37.5 metric tons. That is heavier than any payload Falcon has ever launched. I believe this is the heaviest payload SpaceX will have launched ever, so we want to learn as much as possible about the PES system and how the satellites interact with it. We're on that suborbital trajectory, but it shows the capability that Starship has for future orbital missions coming up.
It's amazing. Like, I mean, even just standing next to it, you're already in awe because it's something that's such a magnificent sight to see.
People have worked very hard for very many years on this. It's the 3rd evolution of the fully and rapidly reusable launch vehicle that SpaceX aims to develop.
Started when the temps were here, just temps and dirt. We've come a long way since I started here as an intern a couple years ago. I mean, it's the biggest thing ever launched, so there's nothing that can match it. I expect it to be loud and fast. It's definitely going to rock the city of Starbase.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, why the tower team has these big crises always, like, right before we have, like, a big operation. I think it has to just do with the scale of everything. Like, we have these big, complicated mechanisms that, like, need to work right every time we use them. And just replacing a roller turned into this several-day ordeal with flying shit in from the Cape, 3 cranes to get it in and out, where, like, if this was a broken bearing on some little dinky electrical motor, it would have been much easier to make that swap in an hour instead of 24.
I feel like it also set us up for success in terms of like the getting mentally ready to act on immediate. So super exciting time tomorrow. Hopefully we see the fruits of our labor sort of culminate in a great successful flight.
No, it looks good. Let's get into safing so we can extend the platforms first.
After this, we'll transition to preload for on-launch, take the HP to integrated ops, figure for flight, and then we'll do a quick go-no-go poll. I'll give you a countdown and we're releasing. Unexpected drop in Z-cylinder blind pressure when we unpinned.
That was different from the first few tries?
That's correct, different problem.
that arm so that the QD can swing away and not blow itself up as the rocket flies away. And that part of the arm, that even if there's excess pressure or anything like that, that the QD stays really tight up against the ship. And the first time that we had unpinned that arm in flight-like conditions was that attempt. So
always be paranoid. Going into this flight attempt, we were worried about a completely different thing, which was the hold for the actual vents on the fill drain. And then those passed, and then we got bit by something completely different. So you gotta be paranoid about everything.
Last night, overnight, we did a sweep of our 30 nautical mile hazardous no-go zone to make sure there's no vessels. Range is currently clear. Everything's looking good. It's a little rough out. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Doing final preps on all the buoys, getting all cameras online. This is when it all happens, at 1 o'clock in the morning.
This is the most important mission we've done out here. We're putting in the most buoys and the most drones. So if we don't have this data,
Sren, do you want to give it a final kiss goodbye for good luck?
That was a wet kiss.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right.
bye-bye buoy.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Starship Flight 12 Attempt 2 weather briefing. Starship range is currently green.
Tower Kenny, are you up on countdown 1? Can you give a brief on what we did last night for the QD arm situation?
So the cause of yesterday's abort was that the ship QD arm had dynamics when we tried to unpin it due to the preload that the ship QD mech was pushing into the vehicle with. The mitigations that we have in place today are that we've welded a hard stop bumper to the ship QD arm to limit the amount of displacement that can occur when the unpinner unpins.
Attention all flight crew members, on countdown 1 is the final go-no-go poll for today's operations. RC?
Go.
Ground stations?
Go.
Flight software 1?
Go.
Raptor 1?
Go.
Raptor 2?
Go.
Stage 1?
Go.
Flight directors go as well. T-minus 1 minute. Holding at T-minus 40 seconds.
SpaceXers really are at their best in ASAP mode. We do a good job of not being afraid of putting ourselves in a really tight spot.
Fill drains are go.
Copy. SC1, reset the operator hold.
Reset. Clock is rolling.
People hate pain, and that ability to absorb pain for change here at Starbase is like unparalleled. And if you just are willing to take a little bit of it, you can do the most amazing things.
Flight directors go for launch. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Okay, there we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff.
Pitching downrange.
max Q. Change separation.
Acknowledging many booster alerts.
5 engines on boost back stirred up.
Flight software acknowledging mission abort, earlier boost back shutdown. Expected.
Yes, sir. Can confirm. Exec team is aware that booster did not make it to the final landing location.
Ship avionics, power and telemetry nominal.
We have healthy chamber pressures on 5 out of 6 ship Raptor engines.
Multiply sets.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow. Yeah, video of a satellite looking at our ship. This one was good.
Starship is turning for final approach to landing site. Starship has landed.
The earnings are to go fly.